Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. Well, today is the day. It is the day we're going to sell all of our wood chips from the poplar in the bales, so we're going to see how much we're going to make in total for them. Obviously we did have to sell a few earlier on to get the field bought before the owner of the field harvested the soybeans, which is a bit of a shame. We're not going to get quite as much money as we could have done, but still we're going to still make hopefully a decent amount here and really going to significantly boost our money in the bank, because at the moment it's at 21,000, which is not great. It's not terrible, I suppose, but we do need quite a lot more money than that to be able to buy equipment like a seed drill and also more fields and stuff. So yes, there's a lot to put the money towards, that's for sure. Here we are anyway at the area where we've got the bales stored, and we're going to get them loaded onto the trailer. Daggerwin's already brought the trailer down here, so I'm going to get loading. Get all these bales on the trailer if I can. Not the easiest job in the world, but I'll do my best with it. They do tend to stick quite a lot more than the straw bales for some reason. Don't know why that is. But yeah, we'll get them loaded up, and then I'm guessing Daggerwin will be the one that goes and sells them. The price is at its absolute best at the moment, so we're going to try and get them sold as quick as possible so we don't lose any money. Yeah, this is what I mean about sticking bales. Yes. I don't know what's up with them, it's a bit strange. Because normally the bales are fine on the pallet fork. I know it's a pallet fork and not a bale spike, but normally this is fine for bales, but for some reason with these ones it does not want to let go. I have no idea why it's doing this. Oh, and then, yeah, of course, you get it too far across, it's going to drop off. So this could be a bit of a frustrating job, I think, from the way it's going so far. I was kind of expecting it though, because I did load a few in one of the previous episodes, and yes, it was a bit annoying. I'm not sure the best way of doing this. I think we might try and drop them, if this tractor's big enough, we'll try and drop them on their other ends. I don't know how Daggerwin managed to stack them so neatly. Normally Daggerwin's the one that doesn't stack neatly, and he's done a really good job with those. They look really neat. Seems a shame almost to take them away. No, it still doesn't lift high enough with this front loader, so yeah, I don't know why, but I'm really struggling with these bales. There we go, that's spot on. Anyway, I'll keep going with this on a time lapse. I think it's probably going to be a bit less painful for you to watch that on a time lapse than watching in real time. And I'll speak to you once we've got them all loaded and Daggerwin is on the way to go and sell them. There we go, that could have gone worse I suppose. Got them all on eventually, and it wasn't too bad. They are sticking definitely more than what the straw and hay bales do. I can't explain why, it's a bit strange, but obviously they're all on now, so they're ready to take. I don't know whether Daggerwin's going to take them or whether I'm going to take them. Obviously at the moment Daggerwin's over there doing something. Moving trees around and clearing the area, I think, to extend the field, because he's bought a plough. Oh, he's currently extending the field. So I'll just check to see if he wants to take them or whether I should take them. and obviously yeah, he's getting on with extending that field a bit. So I'll just double check to see whether I'm taking them or he is, and then somebody's going to take them and sell them. Okay, Daggerwin says I'm going to take them, so let's take them to the Grain River silo then. That's the best price at the moment. Let's check where that actually is. Can't actually see it at the moment. Where is it? Can you see anything flashing? Oh, there we go. Up there, so yeah, a bit of a way to go. We'll get up there and get them sold then. No easy particularly way to get there, so we'll just make our way there fairly slowly and see when we get there, I suppose. I'll just let Daggerwin know. Right, so let's get on the road and we're going to find out how much we're going to make for, what is it, 61,600 litres of wood chips. So that's quite a decent amount. I should guess. I don't know for sure what we're going to get out of that, but I'd say it's going to be around about 100,000-ish, maybe. That's my guess anyway. I'm just going to say around 100,000, give or take. But we're going to find out what we get for that. So yeah, I'll see you when we get up to the Grain River silo. Okay, almost here now. Let's get turned in here and let's find out what we're going to get for these. It's going to be interesting to see. Daggerwin's just made an appearance, so come and watch me sell them. Because obviously this is our main income from everything that we've been doing so far in this series. This is the main source of income. Oh, it's not sold in one go. But yeah, that was over 100,000, I think. Just over 100,000, so that's brilliant. Excellent. So that has really helped us out a lot, which means we can invest now in either more land, or we do need to still buy a seed drill, of course. We don't have any way of planting our fields yet, so that might be something to invest into today. We won't be able to do any drilling though until March at the earliest, March, April time. We can't drill crops in the winter, which it is at the moment, obviously January. But in the spring we'll be definitely getting that first field drilled. The first field we've actually bought that's not got poplar in it, or grass. We have got a small grass field as well, but that's a very small field. But yeah, we've got now two sort of larger fields, medium-sized fields I suppose, one with the poplar and one which we're going to hopefully plant with a spring crop, possibly something like oats or what else is the soybeans. Did have soybeans in it before though, didn't it? But yeah, we'll make a decision on that at a later date. Anyway, I'm going to take this back to the yard and we'll see what else he's doing. Daggerwin's just gone off with a load of the wood, just some planks that are spawned at the sawmill, so he's going to go and get them sold. That's going to be another sort of, well, depending on which sort of planks they are, around about maybe 10 or 12,000-ish. I've just been looking as well, and there is actually a planter in the sale. I know I said we're going to get a seed drill, but with a planter we can do quite a few different crops now. We can do soybeans, sorghum, and well, obviously all the other ones as well with the sunflower header, corn, sunflowers. Also sugar beet, cotton and beans. I know we don't have the equipment to harvest these things, but it's handy for the future I suppose. But we do have the harvester for either sorghum or soybeans, so definitely worth getting this. Daggerwin says get it. It's 56% off, and I don't mind buying used for implements that aren't getting used every day either, so that's fine. £25,600 that's going to be, which is quite a good saving. What is that out of interest, brand new? How much have we actually saved there? It's this one, 59,000 normally. So I know it's not the widest, it's only 6 metres, but it's big enough for what we've got at the moment land-wise. We don't need to buy one of these really big ones at the moment. And we've made a nice saving there. Bigger than that one. Don't know whether it has a... Oh, it does have a combination. You can have it with a front tank increased capacity thing. So that's 18,000. I don't know whether it's worth buying that or not. It probably isn't at this stage. I don't know actually. It might be worth it. I'll ask Daggerwin about that as well. See what he says to buying the extra capacity tank. Well, Daggerwin says it's probably worth putting the money towards more land rather than buying the extension for the hopper on the front of the planter. So we're just going to pick up our purchase from the shop. Obviously just the rear section, we haven't purchased the front hopper yet. But that is something we could buy in the future if we have the money available. It's probably not essential, I think we can still use it without that. So we don't need to buy it, but it is always nice to have more capacity, isn't it? Because these planters, they do have quite small tanks. Seed capacity and even fertiliser capacity on some of them is quite low, so having the extra tank on the front is always useful. But yeah, it is £18,000 and I think it's probably more of a priority to get another field, and then we can get 2 fields planted for the spring season rather than 1, which would be really nice. This one here would be the one we go with, I think, number 3, and we could probably nearly afford that now. We've got 100,000, so I don't know how much that field is, but I bet we can almost afford that. I've just realised I'm going the wrong way for the shop. I'll have to turn here and we'll head in this direction. So I'll go and pick up that planter and I'll see you in a bit.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together, but we found a way to choose right from wrong.
As you saw there, I've decided to repair the drill or the planter and also the tractor while I was at the shop, and I also bought some seed and fertiliser for it. But yeah, as you can see, I can see why the hopper was an option on the front, because it's only got a 195 litre capacity of fertiliser, which is fairly appalling actually. Yeah, it would be nice to get that in the future, but at the moment we'll just have to make do with it as it is. If we have a bag of seed and fertiliser at the field, it shouldn't be too much of an issue anyway. This yard is getting quite congested. There's not really many places to store equipment. I'm just trying to find somewhere to put it that's out of the way, really. I suppose around here is the best place for now. It will be needed over at the other farm though, where I say the other farm, the other fields that we own, rather than here, because we don't actually have any land here other than just the yard, really. Anyway, we'll drop that off there. And Daggerwin has loaded the pallets, but he hasn't sold them yet. I wonder why. He's taken fertiliser cultivation contract instead. So I wonder why he's loaded these and not strapped them on and not sold them. I'm guessing the price isn't very good, unless he wants me to do it. I'll check the prices of lettuce and what is it, cabbage, and chili peppers or tomatoes. Tomatoes. Now let's have a look at the prices of these then. No, the price is good for tomatoes anyway. So I probably should sell these if everything's good. Yes, January. Best price. So where's the best location? The kiosk, is it? No. Well, it probably varies for each crop, but that one's restaurant's best price, I think. I know. Goldcrest Valley. But yeah, restaurant for the best that we can go to easily. Let's see if they're all about the same. Restaurant again, I think. Yeah, so let's tag the restaurant. And that is, where is that? There. Yeah, okay, so we'll head there then, I think. unless Daggerwin wants to leave it a bit longer before we sell them, but I would say it's best to get them sold now. I'll just ask him to make sure though. Yep, Daggerwin says to go ahead and sell them, so we'll go and do that. And we'll head off to the restaurant. So we'll find out how much we're going to make in addition to what we've already made this episode. It's quite a profitable day today, isn't it? It's going pretty well. So yeah, we'll find out what we get for these.
Dancing closely together and staying forever young. What about you and I then? Can we two find a way to align with each other?
Just approaching the restaurant now at last. It's almost taken 6 minutes in real time to get here. It's a bit slow in this tractor. Oh, so it's a floating restaurant. I know I've been here before, but I've just realised it's a floating boat restaurant. It's quite interesting. Anyway, what we're going to make from these products, let's hope they all sell together. There we go. 20,300. So yeah, not as impressive as the bales, but still all extra money, and it's almost paid for the planter. That was just over 25, I think. So yeah, nearly covered the cost of the planter there. Back up to 115,700 in the bank, and we've also got 2 cultivation contracts underway as well. So when they're finished, that'll be even more money. And I might go and do a contract after I've got back to the yard as well. So I think that's all the yard work and stuff done on our own land that we can actually do for now, until a later date when we come to planting, which will be hopefully March, possibly later in the year depending on which crop we go with, but it will be certainly before the summer. Anyway, I've got another 6-minute drive back now. Yes, it would be nice to have a faster tractor. That's another thing we need to invest in ideally, but not until we've bought another field. Field is the priority now. Once that's bought, we'll save up probably for a new tractor, a faster tractor, to replace one of them. I know we have got the stayer, which is faster, but then that's also a used tractor, which is very high on maintenance, which is a bit annoying because it's costing us a fortune. Although we haven't actually been maintaining it, we've just been using it as it is without repairing it, which I'm sure is not a good idea. But we've been so desperate to save up for more useful things that we haven't really been paying much attention to the maintenance on that tractor, just because it's so expensive to maintain it. These ones are okay. The John Deere and the Deutz-Fahr were both purchased new, or we started with the John Deere, didn't we? But we purchased the Deutz-Fahr brand new, and that has been nice on maintenance. That only cost me £1,000 to repair when I repaired it, whereas the stayer is, I think last time I checked it was £22,000. So yeah, it's not cheap. Anyway, let's head back to the yard, and then I'll probably look at doing another contract. Just noticed as I got back there that the sheep and goats have almost run out of feed. There's no bale there, so they need to have another bale put there down in front of the trough to make sure they don't run out. They've got about 200 litres left, so they definitely need a new bale. I'm just hoping the front loader is here, the pallet fork is here. Yes, it is. That's good. So we can get that bale moved across, and then we'll probably take another cultivation contract. I think there's not much you can do really in January, field work wise, other than just cultivations, but it's fine. Doesn't really matter what sort of job it is as long as it's earning us money. That's the important thing. Let's move one of these bales out of the way. Oops, crashed into them all. Let's put that in the feed trough. This John Deere needs repairing as well. Actually, Daggerwin has just repaired the stayer tractor. It's cost him almost £22,000 to do it, but it is done now, so it has unfortunately dropped our finances a bit. But at least he can now get on with the contracts without probably crawling along, because I'm sure that's what was happening with such a low repair bar. And yeah, like I say, this John Deere needs doing as well. But I'm not near a repair area at the moment, and I won't be going with it because I'm going to be using the Deutz-Fahr for the contract. This John Deere does not have enough power to pull the cultivator, so I'll just have to wait. But like I say, the main priority I think is to save up for a new field, so we don't want to be spending too much money on repairs at the moment. Right, so that can be parked up there, we'll turn the engine off and then jump into this tractor. And we'll get the cultivator on again. It seems to be the most popular job at the moment. Obviously Daggerwin's using the bigger one, so we'll use the smaller one, which is over here. But at least I've repaired this tractor earlier on, so we're fully repaired, so we should be doing maximum speed for this tractor. I also need to actually take the contract, which is this one here. Oh, there's two again. There was one a second ago, but now there's another one. But we'll do the bigger one of the two. So it's field 40. No doubt that's a long way away. Yes, it is. Almost the complete opposite side of the map, as usual. So it's going to be another long drive up there to go and get that done. So I'll go and do that now. Right, so we just finished the contract. I went to show by field 3. Let's see how much we make from that contract and see whether we can afford it or not. So we've got 8,000 just over for that, 8,075. So it's 111 in the bank, and we need to buy that field 105. So yes, we can buy it. That's good. So I'm guessing Daggerwin's going to buy it now. I'll probably take this back to the yard. There we go, Daggerwin's purchased the land, so that's only left us with 6,300, but we now own another field, which means we can plant 2 fields for the spring. I'm guessing that field is going to need lime and fertiliser before it's drilled. I think it's already been cultivated though by a previous owner, because it was a cornfield I noticed, and then that's gone. The corn had gone, so it's been harvested, and I think they've cultivated it now ready for planting. So although we haven't bought it with a crop in it, I think it's better to buy it now than risk having sort of potatoes or something put in it which we won't be able to harvest. That would be a disaster, and then we wouldn't really be able to buy it, so we wouldn't want to buy a field of potatoes. That would be silly, because in the survival series there's no way of harvesting potatoes unless we bought a potato harvester, which we wouldn't really want to do, I don't think. There's more important things to buy for a start. I suppose we could do if there was a cheap one, but yeah, I think it's probably sensible to stick with what we can actually harvest now. So basically cereal crops and you know, canola, soybeans, that sort of thing, rather than going for root crops, because we don't have any way of harvesting those. So yeah, I've got to head back to the yard with the cultivator. I'll just double check that that field doesn't need it, but I don't think it does. Let's just make sure it doesn't need cultivating. Yeah, it's ploughed. It's been ploughed, so that's good. So yeah, just head back to the yard then. Right, we're back at the yard now. Daggerwin's just dropped that off there. The new field does actually need lime. I've just been looking at the field composition, and this is the extension Daggerwin made for the old field, or the other field that we bought, and that's the new field, which does also need lime. So we've got 2 areas of lime to spread. Daggerwin's putting the plough on. I'm not sure whether he's planning on extending that field as well. I'm not too sure. But I'll go and get the spreader on, I think, and we will spread those 2 areas with lime. I'll get that done, and then it is ready to plant then in the spring. So yeah, I'll go and do that now. So that's both of our fields all fully spread with lime now. That means we'll get a 15% increase in our yield when we come to harvest those 2 fields with whichever crop we decide to do. I'm guessing, based on the fact that we've had to buy a planter and not a drill, that it'll be probably sorghum or soybeans or both. Probably do one as sorghum and one as soybeans, I would have thought. But yeah, that will do for today. Daggerwin's just finished, so I'll leave it there as well. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.